Smile Breakfast. Smile Breakfast.
Live in our studio this morning, former NASA astronaut Dr. Don Thomas. In studio with us, we've collected some South African cuisine. We call it space food at the behest of Lindy for him to try out in just a bit. But we've also asked you to send us all your space-related questions for Dr. Thomas this morning. Thank you for those questions. Keep them coming via SMS 35904.
So we've got a very, very important question from Les, and I think it's one of those questions that everybody's wanted to know but too afraid to ask. So thank you, Les. It says, hi, do the contents of the toilets in space also float in the air because there's no gravity?
Oh,
They would, but our toilet is kind of like a portaloo, and we've got fans in the bowl of the toilet that draw the air downward. So all the waste kind of gets forced down, not by gravity, but by an airflow.
Okay.
space toilets.
Space toilets. It's a key thing in space. Very important.
Very important question from one of our smileys who wants to know how long the trip from the Earth to the Moon takes exactly.
During the Apollo program 50 years ago, it was only 2.5 days. That's a normal trip getting there.
That's not bad, actually. I thought it would be a whole lot longer.
It's a pretty quick trip. 2.5 days there, 2.5 days back. A little over 300,000 kilometers away, and not too bad of a trip.
And you always have to buy a return ticket.
Always. I want to come back to Earth.
Well, I have some South African, we're calling it space food because it is dehydrated. And I know that when you're up in space, you have to eat freeze-dried food. So I thought we'd give you a little taste of our local cuisine over here.
So exciting.
So next time you go to space, this is what you're going to take with you.
I'm taking it.
Have you had breakfast?
I have not, so this is
fantastic. Okay, so
I was saving up for this.
So if you could just let us know whether you think that these things would be suitable for a space mission. We have over here gourmet droewors, which is your dried
have one of
sausage.
these?
Yeah, please go for it.
Just give it a little bit of a snack there.
So the droewors,
Those are really good.
I'm glad to
I'm
hear
surprised, yeah.
that. Next, we have a very traditional South African thing. It's uitgedroogde perskes.
Oh, no, that's the other one, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we'll leave it there. There we go.
Yeah.
Uitgedroogde
It
perskes.
smells like feet, but
That face!
That was perfect timing. Just about choked on that.
hopefully it tastes better.
There you go.
So that's your dried peach,
I would pass on that.
would you?
Just,
Okay.
or maybe hold my nose.
I think I've ruined it.
It was the feet comment.
You ruined it forever, so.
Sorry about that. And then the third one, this is our South African rusk. You have to have these with your coffee. Can you have coffee in space?
You can have coffee.
You can
We have like freeze-dried coffee.
Oh, okay. So this you would have with your coffee. You dunk it in. Jy doop 'n oma. It's very dry. I think it needs a bit of coffee though. Otherwise, you might choke on it.
It does. And there's a lot of crumbs. And the crumbs in space would float around, get in your eyes, and you'd be breathing them in.
Oh, okay.
So we're a little cautious on that. but
Okay, so negative on the Oma Rusk. It's a no on the uitgedroogde perskes, but you'll take the droewors.
I'm taking them.
Oh,
My
okay.
next flight,
1 out of
I'm
3.
packing them.
Thank you very much.
Smile Breakfast. Smile Breakfast.